Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k16 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Today is Monday Night Raw, 2 weeks away from the Summerslam pay-per-view. And tonight is going to be a good one. I have no doubt about that in my mind. You should enjoy this show. It's going to be interesting though. We're going to see what exactly is going to happen in a moment. But it should be a very interesting show. Just a few weeks away from SummerSlam, Batista goes one-on-one with Titus O'Neil in our opening contest. Obviously, the Beast Code looking for a bit of revenge over their loss against the Primetime Players. Tamina will go one-on-one with Paige. Obviously, Paige, our new #1 contender for the Divas Championship. We have Spear Shock, Ryback and Roman Reigns in action against the Los Matadors in tag team action. Our champion Sasha Banks goes one-on-one with, well, her bitter rival Emma. They're longtime rivals. Rusev, he'll go one-on-one with Triple H. Now that should be a very interesting one as well. We'll see how that one goes down. And in our main event, Finn Balor features in his first ever Raw main event. He teams up with the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, Dolph Ziggler, to take on Cesaro. We have some news about that in a moment. And the champion Seth Rollins. What a match that is going to be. Batista gets the win over Titus O'Neil. How will Paige fare? Just a few weeks away from SummerSlam. Ooh. There's a loss for Paige. She didn't need that. She had a big win last week. She needed to keep it up, but she couldn't follow it up with a win this week. Spear Shock, though, they followed it up this week with another victory. The champion Sasha Banks picks up a win as well. And now it's time for our matchup. Our opening contest, it is going to be Triple H versus Rusev in our first of our two featured matchups for today's episode. Rusev, our United States champion, he's going to be going one-on-one with Rhino at the SummerSlam pay-per-view. And what a match that will be. Rhino, who's been stalking Rusev for months now, will finally get his chance at that US title. He has been begging for that opportunity. He's been desperate to try and get it. He finally will have his shot at SummerSlam. Will he make it count? Will he make it count and get the win over Rusev? We'll find out. But tonight, Rusev meets Triple H. And that is going to be one tough challenge for Rusev. Triple H, we haven't seen too much of him in recent times. He's been struggling as of late. So a good chance here to get a victory over the US Champion. Build a little bit of momentum for himself as well. And just get himself back at the top of, well, no pun intended, his game. Here comes Triple H. And, as we said, struggling as of late. I mean, he's had a few wins here and there. He's featured a few times, but hasn't been on Raw every single week like he probably would like to be. But in the last couple of months or so, he's just been, well, falling away from the top of the ladder. And he needs to try and get himself back there. And a chance here tonight against Rusev, obviously a victory here tonight, presents a huge opportunity for him to move on from here into some bigger and better things. And I'm sure he has one eye set on that World Championship still that is yet to win. Some say he needs to make the switch over to SmackDown to perhaps accomplish that dream, or, find his ultimate success, as many have, making the switch from Raw to SmackDown have gone there, and vice versa as well. Making that switch to another brand can obviously lead to a lot of success for some not so much. Rusev, well, he's a certain example of that as well. Moving from SmackDown here to Raw, and SmackDown didn't win any championships. He struggled. He was gaining some momentum. He showed some signs of potential, but now he's strung it all together here on Raw, and he is the US Champion, doing very well. And Triple H there with a running high knee, connecting right in the baton of Rusev, and that's a good start for the game. He was swept off his feet, though, in return there by the champion Rusev. And, there's a lot to like about Rusev. Ever since coming to Raw, he has been dominating. We've talked about it many times, but we feel as though he's going to be one of the breakout stars of the year here on Raw. He sent Triple H over the top rope. Rusev's done so well so far, but many are a little bit skeptical about his US Championship reign. The fact that he has not had to defend it yet. He's been able to escape any chances of him potentially losing that championship. Obviously Rhino's been chasing him for months, and there's been a reason why, those two haven't met yet. It's been because Rusev's been, I suppose you could say, a little lucky, but also just running away from title matches potentially as well. I mean, obviously being a part of the Bragging Rights tag team match, being a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, last pay-per-view. So a couple months in a row now, Rusev's been able to get away without having to defend that championship. Well, at SummerSlam, there will be no escape. He will meet Rhino one-on-one will Rusev, as Rusev sends Triple H over the top rope and just getting in his face and having a few words to say. So, interesting time now for Rusev. in his career. He's got a lot to prove still. And oh, he's doing it right now, sending Triple H into the steel ring post. And a win here tonight will immediately put Rusev right on the top of Monday Night Raw's rankings, because a win over Triple H will just send a huge statement to everybody in the locker room. It's gonna be huge right now for Rusev if he can get a win over Triple H. Obviously, a veteran of Triple H, someone who's had a lot of success here in Universe Mode. Rusev beats him here tonight. Well, you can pretty much say Rhino might be in a lot of trouble, because I think Rusev will prove that he is ready. DDT there by Triple H, though, to the outside. Some extra damage done there by Triple H. Now Rusev has to be on the defense, trying to get himself back to his feet, and a chance now to try and get himself back into the match. There's a sidewalk slam there by Triple H, slamming down Rusev to the outside as well. And now Rusev dazzled and dazed a little bit, trying to get back in the ring. He will. Triple H was ready for him and taunting away, and it's going to cost him. Triple H just spending too much time talking some trash, and now it's going to cost him, because now he's on the top of the rope. Triple H, though, not too phased about it. Here comes Triple H on the top, went for the double axe handle. Rusev turned it into a backbreaker. Well, nicely done there by Rusev, and a headbutt to follow as well. Well, there you go. So Rusev going from a tough position there. Triple H is going to go off the top rope, hit the double axe handle to a nice counter, and now all of a sudden things are going back into his favor. Triple H, though, trying to stop that from happening. But Rusev, he's not having any of it, and just sends down Triple H. And now here we go. Rusev to beat Triple H here. And he won't be able to do it just yet. What a win it would be if he can beat Triple H, but he's going to have to work a little harder to beat the game right now. Triple H may not be at his best that we've seen him, but he's still such a top-tier competitor. One of the best we have here on Raw. And Rusev's going to have to be very, very good. Any small mistake he makes in this matchup could cost him. Triple H, though, dragged into the middle of the ring. Rusev will hit a bit of an axe handle of his own there, just clinching both his fists together and attacking the back of Triple H. Now Triple H sent into the corner again. Rusev, meets the boot of Triple H for his troubles. And now he's going to be sent over the top rope, flying to the outside. Sent down harshly onto the mat out there. And once again, this match spills out to the ringside. And now Rusev's trying to continue what he started here. And he will. Fall away slam. And landing almost into the electronic apron there. And that would be a bad place for Triple H to be in. He's trying to get back to his feet, but Rusev continues the momentum, and he's trying to pressure the point of the shoulder there, that muscle there, trying to put all his weight into that, and to continue to keep Triple H down. Triple H is down. A count of 7 now. We might see a count-up win here by Rusev. Count of 8, Triple H on one knee, and he'll break the count. The referee was just about to count 9. Oh, a super kick there by Rusev. Forget about it. Triple H in trouble. Rusev to win the match. No. Triple H kicking out at 2. Wow, that was a big moment in this match. Rusev immediately hitting his best strike on Triple H and catching him by surprise. Now Triple H hits back with a double A spine buster, and now is looking for the pedigree. Well, just like that, Rusev has gone from almost winning the match to now he's in trouble. Rusev now. Here we go. The pedigree. It connects. Triple H will pull off a great comeback here to beat the champion. Wow. Rusev getting the left shoulder up. How the hell he did that, I will never know. Wow. That is why he is champion, folks. That is the heart of a champion right there. He is so difficult to beat. Triple H head first, down goes Rusev. And now he'll continue the momentum. But Triple H hitting the spine buster, then the pedigree straight away to follow it up. And it still was not enough to pick up the win. Wow. What more does he have to do? What more does Triple H need to do to put Rusev away here? Now Rusev, into the corner. Triple H is going to stomp away here. He's got a chance to hit another pedigree and put Rusev away for good. He needs to make sure he capitalizes on this moment. If he slips up, Rusev will make him pay. Now, Rusev returning the favor. That hand of his into the shoulders of Triple H again, and continues to try and work down the game. It nearly got him a count-out win before. This time, it nearly gets him a 3 count because Triple H barely getting that shoulder up. But this match will continue. And Rusev just going to keep Triple H down. Adding insult to injury right now, just keeping the game down. Now Rusev, what has he got planned now? Uh-oh. Here we go. This is going to be it. The Accolade, it's in. The Accolade is in. Rusev is going to make Triple H tap out, is he? Oh, wait a second. Uh-oh. Here comes the #1 contender for the US title. Rusev's nemesis, his longtime rival, and now they'll finally meet at SummerSlam. Will we see a sneak peek tonight? No, we won't. Wait a second. Triple H. Pedigree. Capitalizing. He's capitalized on the distraction by the music. Rhino never came out, and Rusev was too busy trying to find Rhino. Instead, he was not paying attention to Triple H, who hits back with a pedigree and puts Rusev away. Well, the distraction has worked perfectly here tonight by Rhino. Rusev loses the match here tonight to Triple H, and that is a very important victory for Triple H here tonight. He needed that win just to keep him going and get his confidence back, and he's got it all right. A win over Rusev here, the pedigree to put Rusev away. What a victory here tonight for Triple H. A confidence builder, no doubt. And Rhino just getting in the head of Rusev a little bit. Rusev too worried about his SummerSlam opponent and not focused on the game. And tonight he suffers a huge loss because of it. Rusev is going to be one angry Bulgarian next time they meet. And it will be at SummerSlam. What a match it's going to be. But for now, it's time for our tag team main event. What a moment it is for this man tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Balor, a man who's now officially on the Raw roster. He's officially done with NXT. He's now moved up to the main roster for good. And already is he now featured in a high-profile match here on Raw. And the reason why this one is taking place is because, get this, folks, this match was made official earlier today on the BrendenPlayz Facebook page. Finn Balor versus Cesaro, one-on-one. The Money in the Bank contract will be on the line in a ladder match. Cesaro challenging Finn Balor, and Finn Balor has accepted. Is Finn Balor an idiot, or is he just a fighting superstar? Is he trying to get rid of Cesaro and prove that he deserves to have the contract, or is he just a straight-up idiot? I mean, is his ego too big that he can't let anyone challenge him without accepting? I don't know. But Finn Balor is going to be all or nothing for him at SummerSlam. He could potentially go from being one of the top-tier stars at NXT, winning Money in the Bank and being automatically a top star here on Raw, to having literally nothing after SummerSlam. It could all be gone in an instant. And speaking of it, gone in an instant, that could be the case with Dolph Ziggler as well. His title match will finally happen at SummerSlam. We'll talk more about that in a moment. And if he loses, it will be all gone as well. Here comes Finn Balor's opponent for SummerSlam, and tonight it is the Swiss Superman Cesaro, who basically said a couple of weeks ago, look, I'm not happy. I don't appreciate a guy like Finn Balor coming in and automatically taking the spot away from me. Cesaro feels as though he deserves to be the Money in the Bank winner, and he feels as though Finn Balor is taking the spot and all the opportunities away that he thinks he deserves. So Cesaro wants to prove that he is actually better than Finn Balor, and all those chances and opportunities should be going his way rather than Finn Balor, and they should be focusing on Cesaro instead of the Demon. Well, here we go, folks. Here comes our world champion here on Raw, the WWE Champion, Seth Rollins. What a champion he is, and, well, at SummerSlam he meets his ultimate challenge. Last year at SummerSlam, it was Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. It was for the US title. On that occasion, Dolph Ziggler defeated Seth Rollins. Arguably the only man to have gotten the better of Seth Rollins throughout his whole tenure as a single superstar has been Dolph Ziggler. They now meet again at SummerSlam. This time, It's for the WWE Championship. Will we see a repeat of last year's SummerSlam this year? Well, we're going to find out very, very soon in the coming weeks of Universe Mode. Not too far away will be SummerSlam, which of course again will be streamed live on Twitch. Last time it was such a huge success. We're actually not, only a couple of weeks away really from SummerSlam, so I guess I need to get cracking and start getting SummerSlam ready. But it's going to be a crazy, crazy show, and you want to make sure you do not miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So SummerSlam will be live on Twitch again, and of course will be available on YouTube afterwards, like it always is. But anyways, right now, Cesaro and Finn Balor, they get a chance at one another here. A bit of a sneak peek of what to expect at SummerSlam, and a chance right now for Cesaro to prove that what he's been saying, well, he's been right all along. Finn Balor, the rookie here in WWE, just recently coming to NXT, now moving up to the main roster in such a short amount of time, really only spent a couple of months at NXT, and immediately moving his way up the main roster. Oh! Taken down there is Finn Balor by Seth Rollins. Finn Balor, he may have been biting off a little bit too much than he can chew too early. I mean, is he, a small fish in an ocean now? I think that's the case. Really, in NXT, he was the big fish in a little pond. Now he's just swimming around in an ocean full of sharks. And Cesaro believes he's one of those sharks trying to, well, dismantle and remove Finn Balor from the situation. Finn Balor, obviously straight away winning Money in the Bank in his first pay-per-view here in the main roster. That's a huge statement to make, and you have to believe Finn Balor deserves that and is ready for this opportunity. But Cesaro has something to say about that, and they'll meet in a ladder match again. This time, it's just one-on-one. The same contract's on the line, so we will get a definite answer. Who is the better of the two? And the deserving Money in the Bank winner will be crowned. And like I said earlier, everything that Finn Balor has already accomplished and achieved in such a short period of time could be all gone in one single moment. And Cesaro could be the man to take it all away from Finn. It's so much on the line for Finn Balor. I cannot believe that he accepted the challenge. But I guess he wants a piece of Cesaro. I guess he wants Cesaro one-on-one. This might be the only way Finn Balor gets to shut Cesaro up. The only way that these two will meet. Right now it is Ziggler and Seth Rollins in the ring, the two men who will meet at SummerSlam as well. We'll see who does the better of the two right now. Both men be trying to outdo each other. Seth Rollins turning that into a neck breaker. Nicely done there. And what an opportunity this is for Seth Rollins. Many believe Dolph Ziggler is, well, dead set the favorite. He is absolutely the favorite in many of the fans' eyes. And arguably, I think that, well, it's hard to say no that Ziggler isn't. I think Ziggler, you look what he's done the last 6 months, it's probably been more impressive than Seth Rollins. He's gone through all the hardships, gone through all the trials and tribulations, and continues to step away as the victor and as, the man. And now, I mean, for Seth Rollins, he's also gone through a lot of hardships. He's clawed his way back to the top. But the one man that he least wants to face is going to be standing in his way. The one man that's gotten the better of him throughout the whole past year here on Universe Mode has been Dolph Ziggler, and they will meet again at SummerSlam for the title. It's not looking good for Seth Rollins, is it? But Seth Rollins is the architect. He is the man. He is the champ and the champion for a reason, and I'm sure he will be ready and looking to get a bit of revenge for his loss last year and prove that it was a fluke. Seth Rollins will be watching on right now as Cesaro is still in a bit of trouble now in the corner because Finn Balor has tagged himself back in. A big chance for Finn Balor. Beating Cesaro right now. He'll give him so much confidence and belief that he can keep that contract in his possession. Cesaro now in the middle of the ring. Finn Balor hooks the leg. This is trouble now, and he'll kick out. Cesaro will get out of the way there, evades attempted drop kick there by Finn Balor. And he'll pick up Balor, try to scoop slam, but Balor counters and a strike from behind. Now, Cesaro sent into the ropes. Finn Balor this time connects with the drop kick. That's what he was searching for, and he connects this time. Seth Rollins doesn't seem all that interested to get himself in this matchup to help Cesaro out here. I think he's just happy to watch on. And for Seth Rollins as well, you can see Seth Rollins just not even caring, just getting out of the way, doesn't really try to save Cesaro at all there. For Seth Rollins, he's looking at a potential man that could take his championship away from him. The Money in the Bank winner right now, Seth Rollins, has to be wary of one of these two men. One of these two could potentially cash in on Seth Rollins in the future and take the title away from him. Seth Rollins will have to be keeping a close eye on them. Rollins is now back in the match, and this is a chance to get a piece of Finn Balor. This is a matchup I've wanted to see. Rollins versus Balor. Here we go. Balor gets the first move in, and he'll get the... tried to connect there, but Rollins the champion. Countering, and now Balor into the corner. Trouble now for Finn. Look out, the shoulder first right into the steel ring post. And that is trouble. But Balor back to his feet, shrugging off Rollins. That ring post not phasing him too much, or at least he's not trying to show it. Insecurity there by Rollins, taking down Finn Balor. Mr. Money in the Bank is in some trouble. Rollins now heading to the top, but Balor back to his feet before Rollins can execute. And Rollins now knocked off the top, just barely hanging on. And now Finn Balor heading to the top. This is what Finn Balor's all about. The superplex off the top rope. And a nice landing there by Finn, and he'll have a chance to put Rollins away. But he will let the #1 contender for the World Championship here on Raw get that chance instead. The WWE Championship will be up for grabs. Ziggler versus Rollins. A sneak peek right now again. Ziggler going for the neck breaker. And he'll connect. Rollins in a bit of trouble. Will Cesaro try and get himself involved? I mean, Rollins didn't seem too interested earlier on. How interested will Cesaro be in this one? Here comes these elbow strikes here by Dolph Ziggler. Dropping elbow after elbow. Rollins is just taking them all in. Nothing he can do right now. Here comes another one by Ziggler. And incredible stuff there by Dolph. Here comes the cover, hook of the leg, and a near fall on the count of 2. And you notice Cesaro nowhere to be found. He's not really in much of a rush to help Rollins out either. Ziggler in control, dominating Seth Rollins. We talked about it. I mean, Seth Rollins just cannot find a way to beat Ziggler. It's like Randy Orton with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins just beat Randy Orton every single time they met. And now Seth Rollins' weakness is Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler went for a super kick a moment ago. Rollins evading. Now he's into the corner. Up at the top rope. Seth Rollins, he might be about to go off the top rope again. This is trouble. Ziggler now. What's he got planned? Here we go. Another suplex. Yes, there it is. And trouble now. Real trouble for Seth Rollins, the champion. Might be about to lose this match. Now Cesaro's going to get in there and break it up. He sensed the urgency of that one. He realized that that was trouble. And he had to get himself involved there. Otherwise, this match would have been over. Now another suplex there by Ziggler. Ziggler, now he's going to go to the top rope again. He's going to look to fly. But Rollins is crawling. Will Ziggler go? No, he decides against it. Didn't quite have Rollins in the position that he wanted him to be in. Ziggler, though, countering again. He's countering everything Rollins is throwing at him. Ziggler is in complete control right now. Seth Rollins needs the tag. Fresh tag there made by Ziggler. And Finn Balor back in. Rollins immediately gets the better of Balor. There just must be something about Dolph Ziggler that Seth Rollins cannot overcome. It's as soon as Balor came in, Rollins felt comfortable again. He felt confident. And he was able to create a moment of separation to get himself the tag. But there's just something about Ziggler that's worrying Rollins. And now Balor, yes, kicking Cesaro into the corner. This is trouble now for Cesaro. Finn Balor, no, Cesaro shrugs him off. Not what Finn Balor was hoping for. And Cesaro has a hold of Balor. Launches him now into the corner. Cesaro needs a pinfall here, you'd think, over Finn Balor to do his own confidence some good. And, a bit of snake eyes there. Bouncing off the top turnbuckle. And Cesaro has him and plants him down. Well, Cesaro has gone from really in a lot of trouble. He nearly was out of it. Finn Balor normally goes for a big move there, perhaps for the coup de grace afterwards. And this time Cesaro was able to break free of that sequence and keep himself in this matchup. And just wiping a bit of sweat off the brow there and taking a chance for a bit of a breather. But as you can see, Finn Balor getting close to attack. Cesaro has just realized. And, he strikes Ziggler and Balor at the same time. and make sure a tag does not happen. Cesaro! Oh, a flying uppercut there. Springing off the ropes, hitting the uppercut, and now this might be the beginning of the end here for Finn Balor. Cesaro looking for that neutralizer. No, Balor with the counter, drags down Cesaro, picks him up, and brainbuster. Finn Balor with a brainbuster. Now here we go. Finn Balor off the top rope. He's about to fly. Coup de grace. Finn Balor hooks the leg. Cesaro is in trouble, and he can't kick out. And as you can see, Rollins, well, he wasn't exactly in the ring all that quickly. He didn't even try to break it up. He just got himself in the ring and decided against it. You know what? Forget about it. I'll save it for another day. Rollins could not care less. You know, that's a strange strategy there by the champion. Obviously wants to get out of Dolph Ziggler's way ASAP. Ziggler getting the better of Seth Rollins tonight. Finn Balor getting the better of Cesaro. So when it comes to SummerSlam, well, Finn Balor might just keep that Money in the Bank briefcase around, well, in his hands. And Seth Rollins might be about to lose that World Championship to Dolph Ziggler. The WWE Championship could be coming home with Ziggler. As you can see there, Seth Rollins, he could have broken it up. He got in the ring at the count, before the count of 2. And he had a second there to break it up. But he just didn't even attempt it. It's strange there by Rollins. And my only thing I could think of is perhaps he just doesn't want anything more to do with Ziggler here tonight. He's happy just to take the loss and prepare himself for SummerSlam. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much again for joining us for another episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like. Let's try and shoot for 9 likes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Check out the Facebook page, BrendenPlayz Official, for more of your SummerSlam updates. Same with the website, BrendenPlayz.com. And have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all next video.